Hey, what's up guys? Chris here and welcome to another World of Warcraft reaction. It's been a while since we had a World of Warcraft cinematic, and this one is called Cataclysm, and from what I can see, damn boy, this guy is jacked. So I'm quite excited to have another go at WoW, basically. Now, I haven't shaved for like a few days and it irritates me, but I'm also so lazy to go and shave because I don't want to cut myself, but whatever. I know, silly things. So, with that said, guys, let's fire up YouTube, and I have a question for you guys. Have you ever had a curiosity or a passion for something and you didn't know where to start? I have the answer for you. Skillshare. Have you ever wondered where you can find ad-free, high-quality lessons online? I have the answer for that as well. Skillshare. And were you wondering where you can find good tutorials taught by people that actually exercise their craft and they really care? You guessed it, the answer is indeed Skillshare. And for the final question, can you get a premium membership with Skillshare for free? Guys, I got you. Yes, you can. If you click my link in the description, the first 1,000 of you are gonna receive a free premium Skillshare membership to start creating today. And if you're not ready for you to jump in, maybe you know someone close to you that it would be a great gift to them. So do not miss out, guys. I have used Skillshare in the past myself. Being into filmmaking, I would highly suggest courses like cinematography basics, low budget filmmaking, as well as an editing course depending on your software. But anything that you have an interest in, you can just browse Skillshare and you will get a ton of lessons to get you started with today. From only 10 bucks a month, it's a no-brainer when it comes to you learning something new in the right way, but also the fact that you can get it for free. So with that said, guys, hit that link in the description and let's jump right into World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Let's see what you got. We have some Mordor stuff going on here. What is that? I think it's the dragon, but it's like shield. Oh, he's massive, man. They put armor on him.
With my torment, its wretched kingdoms quake beneath my rage.
Oh, it's like attached on this. Oh. Dude, it's like Lord of the Rings. Ooh. That was sick, actually.
Azeroth will break. And all will burn.
His wings has...
Shadow of my wings.
Badass. Goddamn, boy. Okay, that was pretty sick. It was so short, man. Come on. Okay, like the cinematic, like this video as well, guys. That was really cool, actually. obviously, I mean, Lord of the Rings came before this one in terms of like the first movies, because it was like what, 2000 something, the first Lord of the Rings. But a few scenes, a tiny few scenes, reminded me a lot of like Smaug from like The Hobbit, and how when he came out of the mountain, he flew over the lake and then went into the town and breathed the fire inferno and everything. It reminded me a lot of that, and especially at the beginning, as you have the hammers hammering with the lava and everything, and the fire and the pit and the underground kind of thing. It was like Mordor, you know, when like they were making all the stuff in the army. Oh man, that was like a complete comparison to me. It was pretty sick. I'm guessing because this was what, 2000, oh my god, 2010. You guys beat his ass, because now it's Sylvanas. So that's pretty sick, guys. Super cool trailer. Let's jump right back into it and kind of like go through it a bit in terms of filmmaking stuff and see what we got. So full screen, go. We have the, you know, ratings and stuff. Very interesting choice to have the logo this big. I mean, if anyone can do it, Blizzard is. I'm a fan of like smaller logos. I don't like the logos being too much in your face, because most people, not in this case, in general, most people, in terms of movie studios and stuff, they don't really care that much. Like, they know most of the time what they're getting themselves into, and they tend not to pay that much attention to like the logos and stuff. So maybe doing it massive, people are gonna give it a second look, because they're like, whoa, that's big, what is this? So we have a rise, kind of like a fade of the logo from one grading to the other side, and then the music comes in, and we have a very high octane soundtrack going on. The kind of like, you know, when you start on black and you just have vocals, like sometimes narration, sometimes just someone speaking, and then we fade in the image. They do that in order to create suspense, and in this case, the voice of the dragon and the voice actor, and of course, you know, some digital sound processing, creates such a dark, unease tonality to the voice. So it's like, and then the things that they say, right? So it's like pain, agony. Like, you're like, what is happening, man? And then they're gonna cut in. So this whole thing is meant to put you in a very dark place, as well as create suspense and unease when it comes to the vocals. And very interestingly, in between, he would say something, and then we'll have a smooth grade of a scene, of just a shot, where it is a hammer in the lava, and then a close-up.
My hatred burns through the cavernous deeps.
Fade away again. Oh, it was that, yeah. It's so. Is it a dragon that you've already beaten, but it survived somehow, and they're like putting armor to stitch him together? That it's like a building armor, and now he's coming back for revenge, maybe? That'll be pretty sick, actually. This is disgusting, like having the hot metal just like blend with your flesh. Oh, God. But very interestingly, they haven't shown us any establishing shot yet. So they keep building on the suspense by having close-up shots, whether it's the close-up of the hammers, the lava, the kind of like armor being like stitched on. And then, once they build their suspense, they're gonna cut to an more establishing thing, to like see more of what's going on. See, we've actually talked about this before, how Blizzard has twice the logos or the titles within the same thing, which I'm not personally a fan of. I think once you've shown the audience that who this is made from once, that's enough. But Blizzard does do this. First, they have the logo, the Blizzard logo and the stuff, and they bring it through like a snowstorm or something. And then, at some point, they also have Blizzard Entertainment Presents, which is pretty interesting, because in a 2.5 minutes, it's a bit like too frequent, I would say, to have dual titles, but you know, very cool. They implement them in the cinematics really well. This is more of an establishing shot. Now they build up the suspense. They went to the next title that they want you to see, and now they cut to a more establishing shot so our eyes can see more. And now we can see the dragon, we can see the workers that were very close to before, work on them, and everything, of course, because it's lava, it's like completely like orange and fiery, but they still create some contrasting color. We're having this white light coming in from the center and upwards, which creates a quite a pleasing image, I would say. Really sick. Now we cut to the exterior from where like underground he's going to be released, and we just see instantly the moment he starts moving, everything gets destroyed, whether it's the ground cracking, the things on top of it collapsing, the surroundings within the cave, like everything goes haywire, and once he's out, all the cataclysmic events that are happening, which is pretty sick. We have like the pins going in. That is so cool, man. And we have the soundtrack arising as well.
The world heaves with my torment. Its wretched kingdoms quake beneath my reign.
So it's funny because what he says is like a statement to the world before he goes out or something, like what he wants to do, but also it's in parallel, the shots that they are showing us describes what he says. So like the earthquakes, things collapsing, creating tsunamis and stuff, and everything just wreaking havoc, which is really cool. That kind of like parallel is really helpful to the audience, because instead of having me just say the things, you're actually showing them, which is way more impactful, but you can show them at the same time, so you can have the voiceover working and then the visuals happening, which is pretty sick. I'll say if I was a gamer, when it comes to World of Warcraft and this would come in, I would shit my pants, man. I'd be like, bring it on, but I'm also scared. That jawline, man, it's funny because like bad guys is also like power. Like that is an excess. I love this, how he comes out, but he's just like bringing the fire with him. He's not like breathing it out, but like through his wings, it just fire comes, which you don't see usually, because it's very interesting, because if you see the design of him, in his wings, he has those like fiery veins. That is so cool. And now we have actual contrast of color. You see everything is kind of like bluish and like muted and like calm, because that's what kind of like cold tones are, and then you see the literal fire coming. And I love this. This is probably this shockwave that he will create with his wings before he is even over the bridge, and that will collapse it. Just shows you the immense power, and this is a really cool visual way to showcase that. And of course, again, I love the framing. Like we are at the bridge, we can see him in the background. We have the foreground elements to give us it's so sick.
But at last, the whole of Azeroth will break. And all will burn beneath the shadow of my wings.
What a sick shot, man. How he comes in, the fire stops, he takes like a honey, I'm home. That is a really menacing dragon, man, I have to say. Jesus. Come on, people. Really cool transition of the kind of like... They don't just cut, they use the statue coming into our faces, because this kind of like, perspective. Now it's almost as if we're in like ground level and we're looking at the dragon that has just arrived and we're like, shit! And then the statue comes in and they use the statue to like transition us to the title and be like done. That is a sick. Very cool. Really cool. Cataclysm. Literally. I mean, that's what it is. Really sick, guys. Let me know if you played it back in the day and you beat his ass, how awesome that was. A really enjoyable cinematic. Man, I love all the cinematics that we're watching, and like World of Warcraft has this kind of like medieval fantasy thing locked so well. Like so well. It's basically like Lord of the Rings kind of like era, or like fantasy world kind of like basics, or like how the world works, which is really sick because, you know, I love Lord of the Rings, man. What a amazing film, or like chronological story driven films and stuff. Just sick, man. I'm actually excited about the Amazon thing and what they're gonna do with it. Anyways, that was the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check the links in the description, including Skillshare, a free premium membership. It's pretty sick, guys, and you never know. Maybe one of your mates wants one, so you can give it to them as a gift, which is pretty sick as well. I'll catch you guys on the next episode, which is probably going to be a tutorial, I know. And then we'll have other things to react to, so I'll catch you guys then. Stay awesome and creative.